Actor Johnny Depp has won his multi-million-dollar defamation case against his ex-wife Amber Heard. I don't even know what to say about this case, Shane. What did you make of it?
Well, I think the problem with this case is, and the main problem is, that it was televised. I think cases should never be televised. Going back to the O.J. Simpson murder trial, I think what happens is it becomes a soap opera, it becomes theatre, people start taking sides. I mean, this was a really personal, serious case, and you had like Team Amber and Team Depp. Like, there's something really unseemly about that. And where I really feel sympathy for Amber Heard is that Johnny Depp is the bigger star and she was never going to win a popularity contest. And I'm afraid this became a popularity contest. And I don't know, and I'm not going to hazard a guess. Well, I will hazard a guess. I don't know how much it influenced the jury, but they're human. And are they completely staying away from social media? Are they deaf to people outside the court shouting Johnny Depp's names? I'm not convinced that they are. And I just think the whole thing has been badly handled. Not so much how the case was handled, but the televising of it. I just think it turned into a soap opera.
I'm not going to lie, I found the whole thing utterly grim and actually repellent. I know there was people who said they were absolutely stuck to it. I avoided it as much as I possibly could. When we weren't reporting on it here ourselves on the programme, I avoided it because it made me feel kind of dirty and kind of sick, and there was something
icky about it all.
Icky and grim about it all. And I also thought that thing you mentioned about popularity contests and teams, it was almost like picking a sports team. And the truth was, I was agog at that as well, because people don't know. There's no way anybody outside the two of them know really what went on. And therefore, the fact that people were absolutely sure that Amber Heard was screwing over Johnny Depp or vice versa, it was a nonsense, and it was like betting on two flies going up a wall, and there was something kind of horrible about it. But my real fear about it is that there's a broader issue, and I fear that the real losers here are going to be victims of domestic violence, who saw that this was a circus, who saw that it was a popularity contest, who saw that perhaps Johnny Depp had the advantage of being male, successful, a film star and popular, and that is sometimes the case in cases of domestic abuse, that the abuser will be the more popular, the more gregarious, the more, the great man about town or whatever. And I'm not saying it only, by the way, is male to female. There was something in this that I worried about in terms of what it might mean by way of implications for domestic violence victims, and I don't like it. I don't like any of it. And I agree with you on televising it.
Yeah,
there was something
most cases won't
like
be
a circus
televised
about it.
Most cases won't be televised. I'm just asking the question because I've huge sympathy for Amber Heard, and I do think it became a popularity contest, and that was unfair. But is implicit in that, is there a suggestion that no man can ever challenge in the courts? I'm just asking that question.
I know what you're asking. The whole thing that, like, I believe her, should it be I believe her in all circumstances? I think you have to take I think, first of all, that's why due process is important, because I think in
due process as opposed to TV process.
Absolutely, because I think, individual cases have to be judged on their own individual merits, and I think that is true. But I think we need to remember that I believe her came off the back of that, as that hashtag, of the fact that there is a bias against believing women, and there has always been a bias against believing women, and I think Amber Heard may have suffered from that in this instance as well. I don't know, though. I'm not getting stuck into Team Amber or Team Johnny, because, to be honest, I don't believe that I know really what went on between the pair of them, and I found the whole thing depressing, grim, and very sad.
Unseemly.